Hello, everybody. It's so good to be back here playing some music. I hope you're all staying safe and quarantining soulfully. This is our fourth presentation of Songs for a Sunday, and I can't even believe that when we first did it on April 5th, I thought for sure it was going to be a one and only thing. But y'all have been so supportive and enthusiastic and encouraging that we will continue to do this on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right through this pandemic. And let's hope that we don't need to do these concerts too much longer. But while I'm doing them, I'm very grateful that I have it to come to and to spend time with all of you and feel connected, even though there's a lot of distance between most of us. Hey, we had Earth Day this week, and being a lover of the planet and the outdoors, as much as I am, I took note of that. It's been 50 years. It was the 50th Earth Day on Wednesday, and I was remembering with joy the 10th anniversary of Earth Day when I was employed at LL Bean in the camping department, and my boss gave me the day off so that I could go climb Cadillac Mountain in Bar Harbor and watch the sunrise and listen to and sing songs with the Paul Winter Consort. And I was just thinking about that the other day when Earth Day rolled around, and I thought, well, I got to start with a song this Sunday that talks about the beauty of the planet, the outdoors, and we people on the planet. Certainly we still have some work to do to keep our planet safe and enjoyable for the future, but we won't get into that too much. I'm going to start with a song that is a favorite at my senior living centers and the veterans homes. I've decided that the first couple of songs on these Sundays will be dedicated to those people because I cannot get there. They are so vulnerable, but I am sending 35 different facilities that I perform at the links to the YouTube uploads that we do after the live stream so that those who have access can still have my music with them in my absence. And I've gotten some really great feedback from that. So that's been just another additional perk to doing these Songs for a Sunday shows. So anyways, this is a big favorite of mine as well as theirs, and I hope it's one of yours. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom, me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white. I see the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people going by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much myself. What a wonderful world. I love that song. Little Louis Armstrong for you right there. Done Annie Clark style. Well, this next song is a big favorite at the nursing homes and the veterans homes, and it's one of my all-time favorites as well, and I think it lends itself to an Earth Day vibe too. And I like this song best without a guitar or a piano. It's just such a lovely song. I'm going to get the right key and put my guitar right down. Those of you at home that love to sing, sing this with me, okay? Here we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I? Oh, I love that one. I hope y'all were singing. All right. Well, it dawns on me that I have a few songs that might be particularly useful theme-wise, given our current situation, while we're all quarantining and wondering how long we must continue to do so. And this song is about transition. I mean, we have to let go of where we were before we got here, and we don't know how long it's going to take to get over here. But I remember very clearly one time in my life when I was struggling with a particular change that needed to be made, and I didn't know what it needed to be. And I knew I had to let go of this before I could get over here, and I was scared to be kind of in limbo. And I sought a neutral ground to share my anxiety, and I went to a therapist, you guys. Have you ever done that? Well, this was the best thing she ever said to me. She said, you know, it's not so much about getting from point A to point B. It's what you do in between the two where you learn the most. And you can either choose to drown or you can dance. So I wrote this one. Hold on, let me wet my whistle. And I might need to tune this bottom note. Here we go. There we go. Here I am, I know this view. Way up here, it's deja vu. Breathing hard, looking down, it's a long fall to a hard ground. I can feel the fingers slip. Slowly now I lose my grip. Learn again what I already know. To move ahead, I must let go. Between the rungs, I'm in a trance. But if I hold on, I can't advance. So way up here, I'll take my chance. Between the rungs, I choose to dance. I won't look down, I'll look ahead. I'll loosen up my grip and loosen up my head. It's a leap of faith, it's part of the dream. It's the dancing now and a dancing between the rungs. I'm in the trance, but if I hold on, I can't advance. So way up here, I'll take my chance. Between the rungs, I choose to dance. And I might look scared temporarily, but between the rungs, I find the best in me. Between the rungs, I'm in a trance. But if I hold on, I can't advance. So way up here, I'll take my chance. Between the rungs, I choose to dance. And I'm in a trance. But if I hold on, I can't advance. So way up here, I'll take my chance. Between the rungs, I choose to dance. Hey, hey, Between the rungs, I'm in a trance. But you can see me dancing between the rungs. I'm in a trance, but you can see me dancing. Oh yeah, oh, ah, So keep that in mind. We don't really know exactly where we are right now, and it's a little scary, but I still like to think that this is an opportunity for us each to find the best within ourselves and to find that inner strength to keep us going and to feel connected to those who may even be far away, but find a way to feel connected and solid. And that thought kind of leads me into this next song, which I wrote when I was on Nantucket Island. I have fond memories of many excursions to Nantucket where I played music for over 20 years. And I got so much inspiration walking around and being on the beach and the wind in my face. And I remember one day specifically going down to the jetties that are close to town where I would stay when I was over there performing, and thinking, wow, look at those waves just smashing up against those things. It's like, but they're so sturdy. They have to put up with the lashing of the sea and the wind and the salt and all that, but they're so sturdy. And I said, that could be a good metaphor for inner strength. And that's when I came up with this song. Hold on, we gotta wet the whistle. All right. I haven't played this one in a while, so let's here we go. Me and Jamie went down by the jetties. It had been too long since we walked by the sea. At first we were quiet as we walked by the water. We had been through so much, Jamie and me. Then Jamie said, when I looked out at the jetties, I could see something so steady and sure, struck by the winds and the pounding of the waters, yet they are grounded, strong and secure. I wanna be just like the jetties. They're always reaching out so far from the shore. Teach me to be just like the jetties. They're forever at risk, but they weather the storm. I said to Jamie, I know your heart's been torn, and you can tell my soul has been scarred. But I am as sure as the tide that turns the waters, we can learn to be strong without getting hard. And I wanna be just like the jetties. They're always reaching out so far from the shore. Teach me to be just like the jetties. They're forever at risk, but they weather the storm. Down by the jetties, I walked with Jamie, yeah, just like the jetties. We can learn to be strong, Jamie and me. Yeah, yeah. I wanna be just like the jetties. They're always reaching out so far from the shore. Teach me to be just like the jetties. They're forever at risk, but they weather the storm. I wanna be just like the jetties. They're always reaching out so far from the shore. Teach me to be just like the jetties. They're forever at risk, but they weather the storm. Weather the storm. Weather the storm. Wow, I haven't sung that in a while. That felt pretty good. I remember how I felt when I was writing it, and that gave me a little inner strength. I hope it gave you some too. I got an amazing phone call this morning from a friend of mine who we went through all the grades together in Yarmouth, Maine, and she winters down in Texas now, and she's not sure when she can get home right? Because she's usually home sometime in May, but that's all kind of up in the air. But she was feeling a little down the other day, and she couldn't sleep, and so she called to tell me thank you, because she had been missing all the live streams, and just thought maybe if she could find it on YouTube, it would cheer her up to hear my voice. So she watched the first event that we put out there on April 5th, and there was a lot of material in there about growing up in Yarmouth and familiar things. And she said, and I felt so much better at the end of that hour, and I was able to go back to sleep. So thank you. You know, that's the best stuff you can hear as a songwriter and a performer, is that you can comfort people or touch them and connect with them in that way. So thank you, Carlene, for that phone call, because, yeah, you lifted my spirits too. So let's not pretend that we're not allowed to get a little bit down or a little wacky. I've been feeling a little wacky. I don't know about you. But here's a song about that. It's an old jazz tune written by a trio called Lamberts, Hendricks, and Ross. I think it was Annie Ross that wrote it, but they performed this way back when. And Joni Mitchell was getting into her jazz period, and she put her version of this song on her Court and Spark album. And unfortunately, I relate pretty well to this song. Maybe some of you do, too. God help us. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head. The way you described it said I'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along that he was all wrong, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. My analyst told me that I was way out of my head. He said he need treatment, but I'm not that easily led. He said I was the type that was most inclined, went out of his sight to be out of my mind. And he said I was nuts, no more ifs or ands or buts. They say as a child I appeared a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I knew what was happening. I knew I was a genius. Was so strange that you know you're a wizard at 3. I knew that this was meant to be, and they just couldn't see. I heard little children were supposed to sleep tight. That's why I got into the vodka one night. The parents got frantic, didn't know what to do, but I saw some crazy scenes before I came to now. You think I was crazy? I was only 3, but I was swinging. They laughed at angry young men. They laughed at Edison and also at Einstein. So why should I be sorry if they just didn't understand the idiomatic logic that went on in my head? I had a brain, it was insane. Oh, they used to laugh at me when I refused to ride one of those double-decker buses because there was no driver on the top. No driver on the top? My goodness, gal. I think you're getting a little twisted. You've been watching too much Bob Marley Chrono Watch. That's what's up with you. Get it together, girl. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head, but I said, dear doctor, I think it's you instead, because I got a thing that's unique and new to prove that I'll have the last laugh on you. Cause instead of one hand, I got 2, and you know 2 hands are better than one. Yeah. Woo! Anybody else out there feeling a little twisted? Okay, well, I think it's time to grab the 12 string for a song. Let's see. Well, okay. Now, this is a tune that I wrote. I've written a couple songs after a whitewater rafting trip that I took back a ways. And this is, I think, the only instrumental I've ever written. There was another one I played back a ways, but I don't remember the last time I even tried to do that song or how it goes. I hope I get a tape of it somewhere. But this one I really like because it makes me feel like I'm right back there on the river. I can feel the water. I can, just hear the water. And it's sort of like dancing and getting slapped around all at the same time, in a good way. It's called Splash. Did you get wet? Speaking of wet. Okay. Well, I'm going to do another tune since I got the 12 string strapped on. I might need to tune it a little bit when I put the capo on. That seems to be the rule. This next song is one of 2 or 3 that I got from a dream. That happens to some writers. I don't think I'm alone in that. But this dream in particular, it was one of those that just kind of wake you straight up. Your head comes right up off the pillow and you go, well, what was that? And then you think about it for a bunch of days. And so, hold on. That'll work. So, this dream was such that it pulled my head right up off the pillow in the middle of the night. And what had happened was, in the dream, I was just running. But I didn't know if I was running away from something or towards something? Was I afraid of something, or was I looking for something that I desperately needed? It wasn't clear to me in the dream. But while I was running through this deep green, jungle-like forestation, in the back of my mind, there was this vision of a woman in a flowing white gown. And why am I thinking about that while I'm running in this dream? And I don't know. Was I looking for her? Was I afraid of her? I didn't know. So anyway, my dream ended when I got to the edge of this dock and the water was just boiling, angry, moving, and I didn't know. It's scary, and I turned around and ran back. And when I got back into the jungly stuff, I heard somebody whispering my name and turned around, and here is this woman in white that I'd been thinking about while I was running, and she's pulsing with light. And she goes, are you scared? And I said, well, yeah. She said, but you can do this on your own. And I said to her, yeah, but you'll be with me, won't you? And she said, always. And then I woke up. Well, the song doesn't end there, and I'll tell you why. The last verse of this song was written after a very good friend of mine, Judy Puya, who used to be the art teacher at the school that I worked at for 10 years at Saco Middle School. And she and our souls are connected in a very big way. And I had not shared this dream with her. And a couple weeks after the dream, she came running out of the building early in the morning. She waited for my car to pull in on a Monday morning. She said, Annie, I painted this weekend, and I think it's for you. So and she had no idea about the dream, and I started to cry. She said, I didn't want to upset you. And I said, well, Judy, you just finished my dream. She was like, what? So then I had to write this song. So the last verse in this song depicts her picture that she had painted for me. Pretty wild, huh? Okay, that was a lengthy introduction. Let's hope I can remember how it starts. I am running to or running from. I don't know where I'm running, but this running isn't fun. I'm running through deep green until I burst into a clear. Reach the edge of this dock with angry water way too near. And all the while, there's this woman in white. In the recess of my mind, she's with me tonight. I am running back into the green, running fast, running hard, running past and in between. I think I hear my name, I turn and see her there. She's knee deep in the green and her light is everywhere. And all the while, there's this woman in white. She's knee deep in the green and she is with me tonight. Hey, yeah. She asked me, are you scared? And I say, yeah, I'm all alone. And she says, but you gotta do this on your own. And then she smiles and bathes me with her light. And I know if she disappears, she's still with me tonight. Hey, yeah. I am running, I look back and she is gone. but our light is running in me, running fast and running strong. We burst into the clear, we slow to a walk, and our light shines on the water at the end of the dock. And all the while, there's this woman in white. I've known her all along, and she's with me tonight. And all the while, there's this woman in white. I've known her all along, and she's with me tonight. I've known her all along, and she's with me tonight. I've known her all along, and she's with me every night. Hey, oh, she's with me every minute, every day, and every night. It's alright, it's alright. I'm running with the light. She's with me every minute, every day, and every night. It's alright, it's alright. I'm running with the light. Hey, yeah. My heart always races when I'm playing that because I feel like I'm running through that field again. Back up. Okay. How is everybody doing? Ugh. Let's see. Woo! I got a little sweaty on that one. Let's see, folks. What's going on? Oh, yeah. I brought my baby guitar. This is BG. That is short for baby guitar. And I hadn't played this in a while, but you know, I got a lot of time at home these days, so I figured I'd pick it up the other day and see what happened on it. And it reminded me, speaking of Judy Puya, who painted that marvelous picture and finished my dream without even knowing about the dream. She and I were fabulous friends, and we still are, but she moved to Arizona not too long after that song was written, and I was heartbroken she had to go. I've been out to Tucson to visit her, and we still stay connected, and she's hoping to make it to Maine this summer. We'll see how that goes. Got my fingers crossed for that. But her birthday is in September, and for her birthday gift, right after she left for Arizona, I wrote her this song because I wanted her to know that no matter how far apart we are, we're still connected. And so I thought this song today was especially valuable in light of our current situation as well. Anyhow, I had a friend of mine shoot a video of me singing this song up on Moosehead Lake, and I did it on a dock to kind of depict that last song and her painting. I sang the song, and you can see the lake behind me and the mountains in the background, and it's really kind of a cool video. Shot it with an iPhone, and it came out great. Thank you, Deb Worf, for taking that video. But at the very end, after I finished the song, I turn around and sit at the end of the dock with my guitar and look out, and it's kind of like the painting that she made for me. So anyhow, this one goes out to Judy over in Tucson. I paint with words, you choose a brush. We paint the line connecting us. Near or far, young or old, we paint the line and the line will hold. So I'll meet you in the desert, you'll meet me by the sea, 'cause passion trumps distance for you and me. The line is wide open, the line is bold. We paint the line and the line will hold. When we paint the line, we can fly. Heart to heart, eye to eye. So I'll meet you in the desert, you meet me by the sea, 'cause passion trumps distance for you and me. The line is wide open, the line is bold. We paint the line and the line will hold. I paint with words, you choose a brush. We paint the line connecting us, so near or far, young or old. We paint the line and the line will hold. We paint the line and the line will hold. We paint the line and the line will hold. Hold on. I love this little guitar. It's a little Fender Squire. It's a really cool little guitar. Anyways, Buck Dancer's Choice, everybody. That's where I got this little baby. It's a good friend. I got to play it more often. All right. Let me wet my whistle. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. I had a request for this next song, and I think, given our current situation or everyday life, no matter what is going on, that a little bit of fun is always in order. And this is a song that I wrote to kind of poke fun at ourselves here in New England, mostly in Maine. I think that we have a wicked good sense of humor, and that we're really fabulous at making fun of ourselves. And that's what I intended to do when I wrote this song. And I borrowed the melody from another New England songwriter, so you'll probably recognize the melody if you don't already know where I'm going. But yeah, I had a good time putting this song together. And I got to thank Brian Smith for coming up with the lead hook. And I just went from there. We were driving in his truck one day, and we heard Carly Simon singing on the radio, and he changed the lyric. And I went, oh, my God, that's brilliant. And then I just ran with it. And I came up with this. Oh, well, I walked into the party like I was the owner of the farm, and I was wearing my best overalls. They showed the muscle in my arm. I had a red bandana around my neck as I grabbed a beer from the bar, and all the guys want me for their barn dance partner, 'cause I'm from Maine. And you can bet your butt this song is about me, 'cause I'm from Maine, I know you know the song is about me, don't you, don't you, don't you? Well, I had me a boyfriend years ago when he was still quite naive, but I liked to wrestle with his best friends, and so he decided to leave. I never give away the things I love. I got a bottle for what I need, and I got some dreams. I want a new used trailer, a new used trailer, 'cause I'm from Maine. And you can bet your butt this song is about me. Well, I'm from Maine, from Maine. I know you know the song is about me. Don't you, don't you, don't you? Well, I drove my tractor up to the county, picked potatoes till the day was done. And then I joined my friends at the lobster races. My crustacean naturally won. Well, I'm where I should be some of the time, but then when I'm not, I'm with the neighborhood drunk or my inbred cousin, 'cause I'm from Maine. And you can bet your butt the song is about me, but I'm from Maine, from Maine. I know you know the song is about me. Don't you, don't you, don't you? Oh yeah, that one will alleviate a little tension, hopefully. I hope it worked for you. I'm feeling a little giddy now. And my friend Eddie Confer down there in Pennsylvania always goes, "What are you drinking? Water and tea." I have some kava tea to keep me calm. Kava calm tea. Well, this next song is another song about time and distance. I mean, everyone is trying to get creative about ways to connect with people, even though they're far apart. And this is a song that I wrote years ago. And the original song, it ends on a sad note because the people in the song they're apart. And the time of the distance is really, it is dividing them. And so the last line in the song usually goes, I can feel the time and distance dividing you and I. So when I was running through this song the other day, I thought, well, maybe in light of our situation, I don't want the song to end like that this time. So I changed up the last verse. And God, I hope I remember the lyrics when I get there, because I just wrote these lyrics a few days ago. And again, this is a song that I haven't played in a while either. So here we go. Oh, and I did want to share this too, because as I was thinking about this, I got to relive a very special moment in my life. I opened a concert with this song at the State Theater in 1996, when I had the distinct honor of opening for Shawn Colvin. And back then, the State Theater was a packed house at 1,700, and she sold out. And I walked out on that stage with my guitar, and I played this song to 1,700 people. It was pin drop quiet, and I couldn't see a one of them because the lights were so bright, and that was a little freaky. But the song went over beautifully, and the applause at the end of it was unbelievable. I've never experienced anything quite like that before. So in practicing this song the other day, I got to relive that moment, and that was pretty cool. If I were made of ice, you'd melt me to a stream, and I'd soothe you with my waters. We'd swim an endless dream. If I And if I were a mountain, you'd smooth my jagged edge, there'd be no need for conversation. Our hearts would share a pledge. If I were and if I were the sky, I would swallow you in blue. And neither plane nor cloud nor lightning bolt could separate the two. And if I were the sky, I would swallow you in blue. And neither plane nor cloud nor lightning bolt could separate the two. Separate the two. So today I'm made of ice and mountain and blue sky. I'll close my eyes and feel the love connecting you and I. Oh, if I were, if I were, if I Oh boy, that almost made me cry. It did a little. Okay. Well, we gotta wrap things up on a happy note. So, wow, that one rattled my cage. How are you guys doing out there? I want to thank you so much for tuning in on Sundays and for sharing the live streams on your timelines and for encouraging watch parties. You've all been very great about that. Those of you who are so moved to use the digital tip jars there, thank you so very much for that. As you know, there's so many of us out here that have no income right now, and so every little bit does help, but it's not a mandatory thing. It's just an option for you there should you be moved to do so. So thank you. I am going to play a song that I've only performed live once, and that was at Toddy Brook on Friday the 13th of March, and that was my last gig, except for these songs for Sunday shows. So thank God I've got this gig, and thank you for wanting me to have it. So anyhow, this is a Cheryl Wheeler song. And funny thing, I thought about this while I was practicing If I Were the other day. I had just written that song when I went down to the Kerrville Folk Festival in Kerrville, Texas, for the second time as a finalist in the New Folk Songwriting competition. And this was one of the two songs that I played, and Cheryl Wheeler was one of the judges that year. And I remember her telling me a while afterwards, she said, Annie, there's no reason you shouldn't have been in the top 6, because they picked 6 winners out of 40 people back then. And I always like to think I was number 7. But anyway, Cheryl Wheeler is one of my favorite songwriters. She's got a beautiful voice. I have had the honor of opening up for her many times in my life. And sometimes when she comes to One Longfellow Square in Portland, I get to open for her and or just jump up and sing a harmony on this song, which is my favorite. And she's got beautiful songs, but this one's right up there on the top for me. And it's such a visual, soothing song. I can see everything, and I love that about her writing. But this is, I never thought about trying to play it. And so, a few months back, I communicated with her, and she said, I'd be honored if you played that song. And so she sent me a little chart with some of the chords because she doesn't play regular chords. She's got like fingers all over the place. And let's hope my fingers go to the right place. All right, here we go. Hold on, wetting my whistle. Okay. I was driving home by the riverside, Richard Thompson on, and the diesel vine, Pennsylvania towns sort of slip right by in a soft line south under purple skies. I was driving home through the Sunday bells, through the trailer towns and the rolling hills. From behind some cloud, the sun still shines and the streams run down the mountainsides. Slow down, what's the hurry? There's no rush today. There won't be too many days like today. I was driving home on the blacktop tar, up and down this road like a cartoon car. The Mason-Dixon line slips behind me now. Golden fields go by, golden sun goes down. Slow down, what's the hurry? There's no rush today. There won't be too many days like today. Slow down, what's the hurry? There's no rush today. There won't be too many days like today. Driving home, driving Thanks for tuning in today. I hope to see you next week too. I love doing this. I need it just as much as you do, maybe more. If you have a request, let me know. Try to fit it in next week. Thank you, everybody. See you next Sunday.